Boruto chapters 14 spoilers are out. This is the most chill chapter of Two Blue Vortex so far, but we do have some major news and the return of some old gen characters, so let's get into it. The chapter starts with Boruto trying to use Flying Regime to get out of there, but then he realizes that he can't use any jutsu because of the handcuffs. The interrogation then starts. Konohamaru asks why those Shinju are after Sarada and Himawari. Boruto tells them that Konohamaru is also on the list of the people hunted by the Shinju, and these Shinju want to devour them in order to get information, and their leader Jura is one instigating the whole thing. However, this Jura guy is different from the others. He has no original form like the ones made from Sasuke and Moegi. He is the incarnation of the Ten Tails itself. So now we have confirmation that Jura is not a clone of anyone, not Ishiki or Jigen. Boruto continues to tell them that if he beat Jura, then everything will be fine. It is at this point that Boruto is asked about the source of his intel, but he refuses to reveal that and tells them it's for their own safety. I wonder what he means by that. Is it to protect them from more harm from the Shinju or the Utsuki? I just wonder what is the reason behind all that. Moving on, they don't believe Boruto's story because of his status as the traitor, but he responds and says, "Yet you can't kill me because of the information I have." Then the elder intervenes and tells Boruto to not get cocky, and no matter what threat comes in their way, Konoha will crush it with all its might. And Boruto is one of those threats, so he shouldn't be thinking of leaving that room alive. They ask him about Naruto and he tells them that he's in a safe place with Hinata, but refuses to reveal that certain place. However, they still call him a liar, and he finally snaps and tells them he has no interest in continuing their little chat. It is at this point that Ibiki steps in and says, "It's finally becoming like a proper interrogation, isn't it, Boruto?" Meanwhile, Shikamaru is asking Ino to help him connect with Boruto on a private line, but Ino, who's looking at the unconscious Inojin, refuses to help him and cuts off the mind transmission jutsu. It makes sense though that she would refuse to help him because her son almost died at the hands of people that seems to have a connection with Boruto. Back in the interrogation room, Ibiki smashes Boruto's head against the table for refusing to answer his questions and tells Boruto that he's been itching to punch him for killing Naruto for the past 3 years. Then Boruto says, "You must be bored. I envy you." To Ibiki, this sounds like Boruto is mocking him, but as the audience know that Boruto does actually miss the carefree life of Konoha. He hasn't had that luxury for the past 3 years, and with the threat of Code and the Shinju, he can't afford that carefree life. Ibiki continues to torture him until Shikamaru tells them to stop because it is obvious that he's not the type to break because of pain, and tells them to call Mitsuki to use poison on him. At the same time, Ada is watching the interrogation and tells Kawaki that Boruto refuses to tell them the truth about what happened 3 years ago. Back to Shikamaru, who touches Mitsuki's hand like he's giving him some secret orders, and as soon as Mitsuki enters the room, Boruto seems to be aware of what Mitsuki might try to do. So he taunts him and says, "Hey Mitsuki, are you stupid enough to still be looking for it? Your son." Then Mitsuki transforms into Sage mode and pretends to attack Boruto, but actually unlocking the cuffs on Boruto's hands. And Boruto gets out of there real quick by teleporting to his sword that is kept in another room. And just like that, Boruto escapes. The elders tell Shikamaru to be cautious because the feudal lords will be angry about this blunder. It's just crazy how people love Naruto. Like, it's insane. Like, everyone is mad about the disappearance of Naruto. Like, man. Moving on, Shikamaru is now back at the Hokage office, and Sarada comes in to ask what happened to Boruto, and he tells her that Boruto has already escaped. Then Shikamaru gets a call from the Sen village, and it's Kankuro on the line, who tells him that Gaara has been defeated and Shinki has been turned into a tree. So he's formally asking for Konoha's help. On the final page of the chapter, we have the Shinki Shinju finally waking up. It seems like it takes time for the new Shinju to wake up.